Champions League. Matches on Wednesday. There are a huge number of matches. Honestly, it's hard to choose which ones to cover. This one's good, that one's good too. I decided to make the video in such a way that I'll look at 4 matches, and for each one, I'll highlight what I think is the most reliable outcome for you. Of course, we'll play some of them in Telegram, some events live, as usual, but right now, we have events from the line available for Wednesday. What should we pay attention to? Any options? I immediately ruled some out for myself, because after analyzing them, I saw they were too risky. In previous games, there were bets on yellow cards, on corners, but all of that is risky too. And I think the options I've picked out look pretty good. Let's go through them together and move straight to our first match. That's Arsenal versus Kairat. Yes, Arsenal is the clear favorite, no doubt about it. The odds for the underdogs, Kairat, are about 30 to 1. But on the other hand, I think they might be able to show themselves, if not that much. In terms of goals, although of course, that's also possible. I think they might at least prevent Arsenal from pulling off a complete rout. And that's exactly the idea I was going with here. By the way, we might catch them if Arsenal goes full throttle right away. We'll catch them on Telegram, just like we do with hockey. With our express bets, you can find all of that there. And all of this is available for free. And maybe for the Champions League too, actually, not maybe. For sure, there will be some options there as well. We are, of course, the very best. We are confident that we will give all this to Kirill. Well, now it seems to me that Arsenal won't be able to pull off a total rout. Therefore, I will try to take the individual total as a confident option. Arsenal under 4 exactly at odds of 1.67. Villarreal. But, as you know, we are here in video format, when I was recording some events at Bayer, and that's all. As for their individual total, we must admit, let us down badly. Because, despite the fact that this is a Bundesliga team that, in principle, actually scores well, and their average total is quite solid for the Bundesliga at least, and for some low-scoring football like in Spain or Italy, they're just off the charts there, right? Bayer scores more in total than the entire table in Spain. I think it's time for them to show what they're capable of here as well, especially since Villarreal, well, I wouldn't say they concede a lot, but overall, I believe Bayer is capable here. They are clearly the obvious favorite here, and honestly, I would like to just take Bayer's individual total over 1 for the whole match. But of course, the odds don't really allow for that, because they're just so obvious. Well, it's fine for an accumulator. For an accumulator it's okay, but Bayer is the favorite here. So, let's try looking at the halves. First half, Bayer's individual total over 0.5. The next event in the Champions League on Wednesday is Borussia versus Inter. This is also a tricky match, because on one hand, we have Inter, who seem to be looking pretty good, scoring confidently. Well, maybe they're scoring confidently for Italy, maybe. Here we have Borussia. Borussia, they're looking pretty good too. Actually, if we break it down, you can see from their scoring record that they look pretty good, but in terms of goals conceded, there is, let's say, a nuance. In any case, just purely if you look at the statistics. First of all, Borussia is a team that concedes about 1 goal per game. Well, that's just statistically speaking. But on the other hand, Inter scores well, and here, moreover, Inter is the favorite. I think that's quite justified, so the outcome that seems pretty good to me here is this. Inter to score over 1.5 goals individually at odds of 2.05. Probably, many were surprised by Qarabag, who played a high-scoring game last time, almost like a hockey match. That match was notable in terms of goals scored. Maybe they can repeat that result, or maybe not. But in any case, I think it's worth noting that, first of all, Liverpool concedes very few goals. Secondly, Karabakh doesn't score that much, and when clear favorites meet clear underdogs, anything can happen. I assure you that on Wednesday we'll see a lot of events that will surprise us. But I think this won't be one of those events. Individual total for the second team, Karabakh, under 0.5 at 1.65. These are the options we've come up with. The Champions League accumulator will be published on Wednesday in our Telegram channel. So, all the links to Telegram and bonuses are in the comments. I hope the predictions come through. Good luck. Bye.